What's up? Welcome to the Vegas Benchwarmer channel. This is the Benchwarmer Podcast. My name is Eric E8702. You can see a cat. Where the fuck is she at? A cat is over there, peeking his head out. Don't know where my podcast partners are. Well, Mo right now is at work. I know that he had to work early. And I think Jeremy and Kelderock are sleeping. So I have reached out to him, haven't heard from him, but we got some stuff to talk about. We got to talk about the playoffs, NFL playoffs that are coming up. We got to go ahead and make my picks for the playoffs. We got to talk about the college football championship, and then whatever the fuck else I want to talk about. And the head coaching carousel. Y'all get to hear my thoughts on the head coaching carousel. What's going on? Who should have got fired? Who shouldn't have gotten fired? I hate saying who should have got fired because I don't think people should always. I don't want people getting fired, especially when you've been fired before. It kind of sucks. And we were going to talk about who won our picks, but because it's just me, I don't got to show everybody that I lost. So I am good with that. So how's everybody weekend going? All right, I'm just sending up the tweet right now. That's what's taking me a second. I was waiting for everybody. I should have been already set up. What the fuck are you doing? My dog is deciding to scratch on the side of the door. Subscribe. All right, so first thing up, NFL playoffs. Let's check it out. Let's see what we got going on here. So today we got the Houston Texans against the San Diego Chargers. And we also got, I think it's the Baltimore Ravens against the Steelers. So the third time matchup. 1 second. Bam. Guys, send a post out real quick. Bookmark. Yeah, let me share it. All right, so let's talk about the Texans and the Chargers first. So we'll talk about that game. I think the Chargers are going to win. I'm suspecting that the Chargers are going to come and play the Chiefs, unless somehow the Steelers can pull off the win against the Ravens. What's up, buddy? How you doing today? The Back It Up Bench Podcast. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate that. All right, so right now we got and then say hello to my Bombo shirt. That's my little boom shirt. So yeah, so we got. I'm pulling it up. I got the coaching here, so I'll pull it up. So we got the Chargers versus the Texans. All right. So we got the Chargers versus the Texans coming up. I think they play first. My thought process is the Texans are highly overrated. They won a bad division. Division was not very good. The Colts had a chance to win that division for a while. Yeah, they went 10-7, but they have a 4-13 team, a 3-14 team in that division. They played them twice. They probably were both wins. Colts weren't bad at 8-9, so I think they got a weak division. I'm not high on the Texans. I wasn't high on the Texans to begin the season. So I just kind of thought they were overrated. I thought the same thing last year, weak division, not very good. But at the same time, they beat the bad teams. But when you go up against good teams, they're not gonna beat them. So I got the Chargers winning that game. I would be very surprised if the Texans won. I'm not saying the Texans can't pull it off. You never know. You never know. There's always a point in time in any given Sunday, the champ can win, somebody can win. So the Texans could definitely pull off the win. So, but I would say I don't know what the spread on the game is. If I had to bet on the spread, I would basically. Let me see. What is the spread? Let's see if we can pull up the spread. NFL playoff spreads. I don't want to go to. I don't see Vegas. I want to go to Vegas. There we go, Vegas Insider. Okay, so damn, I need my glasses. All right, so we have Chargers minus 2.5, Texans plus 2.5. So realistically, that would be if it was on the Chargers show, that'd be Chargers would be favored by 5.5. I think you get 3 points when you're at home. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Chargers. Most of them, once place has them up to 3, but most of them have about 2.5. So I'm gonna take the favorite. Next game we got is today is the Steelers Ravens. That's my thing. I need to see if the Steelers and the Ravens actually who won that game. Did the Ravens beat them all both times? Ravens won. Nope, Steelers won. Okay, so Steelers beat them, Ravens beat them. Okay, so in this scenario, Texans at home, any advantage that will sway the game. I got the Chargers also, but I don't like picking against home team. Yeah, I understand that. I'm not a big fan of picking up against home teams, especially, but I just think the Chargers are just a powerful team compared to the Texans. I would prefer the Texans win because what I say is it's hard to beat a team 3 times in the same season. So I would prefer to play somebody else other than the Chargers, but I think we're going to play the Chargers. So Ravens Steelers, I would just go ahead and I'm going to say the Ravens are going to win this. The Steelers don't have any chance. This should be a very easy game. So what is it? The Chargers are what, the 4 seed, the 5 seed, and the Texans are the 4 seed, and then the 6 seed is the Steelers. So in this scenario, the Chargers are probably going to win, and the Ravens are going to win. So then on the other side, what we got on Sunday, we got the Broncos and the Bills. The Bills are going to beat that ass. There's no chance. The Broncos have no chance. I don't think they have any chance whatsoever. I think that game is going to be over very quickly. And then and so in that scenario, the Bills will then play the Ravens at home because the Bills are the 2 seed. So they'll play the Ravens at home. And then the Chargers and Chiefs will play each other to see who goes to the AFC Championship. We got the Packers and the Eagles, the Commanders and the Bucks, and then on Monday night we got the Vikings and the Rams. So I think we have some good games. I think the Eagles are going to beat the mess out of the Packers. They won't beat the mess out of them, but they'll beat the Packers. I think the Eagles are going to beat the Packers. Eagles are the 2 seed. Yeah, Eagles are the 2 seed. Rams are the 4 seed. Ooh, 3-4. Ooh. So I say the Buccaneers beat the Commanders. I know the Commanders have a better record, but I just don't understand what's up with Baker Mayfield in the playoffs. So I definitely think that happens. And then I think I don't know about the Vikings and about the Vikings. What is she barking at?
She's barking at the neighbor doing the trash.
Oh,
can hear the trash.
About the Vikings and the Rams. I don't know about that. That one's a toss up. If I had to put money on it, I would say the Rams. Yeah, everybody abandoned me right now. I don't know where anybody is.
I didn't abandon you.
Well, my wife's right next to me, so she didn't abandon me. But I'm gonna go Vikings Rams. I'm gonna take the Rams. I think the Vikings are fire them all. I think the Vikings are a little. I think they're a good team, but I just don't trust Sam Darnold in the playoffs, and I would much rather go with Matt Stafford and the Rams versus the Vikings. So yeah. So if we're doing this, I got the Chargers, the Ravens, the Bills, the Eagles, the Buccaneers, and the Rams. Those are my picks. If we're going based off of the line, I would say Chargers minus 2.5, Ravens minus the 8.5, Bills minus the 7.5. I'm definitely picking the Eagles minus the 3.5. They're saying that's a pick 'em basically. Buccaneers minus the 3 because the Buccaneers are at home, and I would take the Rams plus the 2.5. That would be what I picked. College football championship. I want to talk about that a little bit. I watched that Penn State Notre Dame game. I know I'm not a big college football fan, but that game was outstanding. Penn State versus Notre Dame was a very good game. I was stuck in a hotel in Reno. That was a good game. Defense was good. Notre Dame got extremely lucky. Extremely lucky that when the quarterback for Penn State was trying to throw the ball away, that his receiver just jumped up. He was trying to throw it at the ground. The cornerback came up and picked it. Very good pick. Very good pick. Back and forth game. It was a very close game, but overall, it was Notre Dame coming, and then Notre Dame, from what I understood, was talking shit and said they wanted Ohio State, and Ohio State said, "Bet, let's go." It's cool. We gonna make it where and now I was on a plane on this game, so I really couldn't watch the game. The guy I was flying home last night, the guy that was a seat ahead of me on my left, he had the game up because he paid for the Wi-Fi for so he could watch live TV or whatever on Southwest. So he had that game up. So I was kind of watching that. But I was also watching the movie Major Pain. I do not recommend the movie Major Pain for anybody. I was watching a lot of YouTube shorts, and I downloaded it because I got a lot of free time on my hands, and it's not a great movie. So now for the national,
You've never seen it before.
I've seen it multiple times.
Oh,
When the movie came out, I was a kid. I was like in the middle school probably, and Damon Wayans was absolutely on fire. So I've seen it multiple times. I just remember why I don't watch it because it's a horrible fucking movie. Um, so we had Notre Dame versus Ohio State for the college football championship. Stephen A. Smith can completely suck a fat one because him and Shannon Sharp, I ain't gonna say shit about you because you told Kurt Burks to keep your name out your goddamn mouth like you was Will Smith screaming at somebody. So you got Ohio State coming up to play Notre Dame. I know there's some controversy about Notre Dame staying independent. I'm not going to get into that. I don't really care about that. But I'm not sure. This is going to be a really good game. A really good game. If I had to pick, if I'm picking, it's 8 versus 7. So can we just say that these seedings really don't really matter as much? Because some of these seedings are fucking dumb. All the we already know the people that got a bye lost. But 8 versus a 7 in the first 12-team national championship game. So I would say in this scenario, they got the seedings very, very wrong. But I'm gonna go Notre Dame. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go Ohio State. Reason why I'm going Ohio State is for some odd reason, I just think Notre Dame chokes when they come up big in the playoffs or when they come up big in a championship game. I'm not. Let's see, when's the last time Notre Dame won a college football championship? So Notre Dame has 11 national championships. When was Notre Dame's last national championship? $1988. Yeah, they're not winning. They're not winning this game. Okay, so we gonna get through this shit quick as hell today. So this is what happens when I don't have a lot of other people here arguing with me and I'm debating them. I'm very calm. Very somber. What else did I have? Oh, coaching carousel. Gotta go into the coaching carousel. Coaching carousel is absolutely going crazy this year. NFL head coach. That's what I mean. The NFL head coaching carousel. They're going around and around. So we have a couple teams that need a new coach. Screw the Longhorns, forcing us two evils no one wants. So we have the New England Patriots. That's the first team up that in this article that I'm reading. Pros for the New England Patriots are they have a league-leading $126 million in salary cap space, 5 picks in the top 105, including the number 4 overall pick. People are calling Drake May a ascending rookie quarterback with big league tools. They're a blue blood franchise. I don't know how that's a pro. They have a passionate fan base and a premier media market for coaches who thrive in the bright lights. Okay. An inherited GM with a strong respect for family lineage. That doesn't seem like a pro. They just literally fired Bill Belichick and fired fucking what's his name, Gerard Mayo. Fuck Tom Brady for getting AP fired. We're gonna talk about that. Trust me. The cons for the Patriots are owners expect results, of course. They have a horrible roster, one of the worst. Injury plagued offensive line, limited playmakers. So a media market is a con and a pro for them, and then a franchise that seeks a distance to distance itself from Bill Belichick. So I'm not sure. I think the person that they're going to get is probably Mike Vrabel. That's going to be who I would say. Mike Vrabel. They want to keep that Bill Belichick. They want to keep a winning bloodline. They want to keep the Bill Belichick stuff going. So if I was to pick, I mean, he's not a disciple of Bill Belichick. He's not off his coaching tree because he never coached under him. He's gone and coached other places, and he's won every place. I wouldn't say won championships, but he's always turned teams around. From my understanding, I mean, we saw what he did with Tennessee. I think that would be a very good job for Mike Vrabel, as long as they give him some time. They got to give him some time. They can't do a Gerard Mayo thing. Coaches got to stop getting fired so quick. They also have a couple other people up here. They say Mike Vrabel, Ben Johnson. I'm not sold on Ben Johnson. What are your guys' thoughts on Ben Johnson? You mean the legendary Kansas City Chief, Mike Vrabel? Yes, that Mike Vrabel. What are your thoughts on Ben Johnson? I'm not high on him. I understand that he supposedly helped turn the Lions around. I think that's based off of Dan Campbell. I think Dan Campbell's leadership helped him out a lot. Ben Johnson, to me, is going to be the next Josh McDaniels. We've seen multiple times that head coaches have a offensive coordinator, defense coordinator that's supposed to be the best, and they're touted for the next big coach, and then they fucking flop. We saw that with Sean McVay's coaching tree. We see that with Bill Belichick's coaching tree. We see that with a lot of people. I've already said Josh McDaniels is the Vince Russo of the NFL. So sometimes these awesome offensive coordinators, they're really good because they can focus on that side of the ball. And when you become a head coach, it's a lot of multitasking that you can't really keep. But I'm definitely going with Mike Vrabel on that one. I don't really know about Aaron Glenn much. I don't really care. I would not bring in Bill O'Brien, and I'm not Brian Flores. It's not bad, but I don't know about Brian Flores. Chicago Bears. I don't need to know what their pros are for them. I'm going to tell you what their pros are. Ben Johnson wants him and his GM to come together as a team, and the Raiders fired their head coach and GM. Oh, I see. Okay. Where the fuck are my glasses? So the Chicago Bears, they have a plethora of stuff. They have some cap, if I'm not mistaken. They'll still have some cap room. I think they have $76 million in cap predicted. They will have Keenan Allen. They'll have to resign, but they have DJ Moore. They have Romeo and Doomsday. I think that was his name. They have halfway decent rushing back, if I'm not mistaken. They have some good running. Offensive line needs some work. Defense isn't bad. They still have Ryan Poles, the GM, so I'm not sure about that. Ooh, yeah, okay. That's not happening. That's not happening. Pittsburgh is not letting go of Mike Tomlin. They're not trading Mike Tomlin. We've seen it happen. We saw it happen with John Gruden. We saw it happen with I think there was one other coach that we saw it happen in the NBA. We saw it happen with Doc Rivers. But we saw it, definitely the last one I can remember is John Gruden. And both of them ended up in the Super Bowl the next year, and the Raiders got their ass whooped. But people forget John Gruden wasn't that good at Tampa Bay. He wasn't really good outside of that one that like I think it was like a 2-year period of time with Tony Dungy's team that he took over. So I don't think Pittsburgh lets him go. Pittsburgh's had like what 5 or 6 shit. They've had 3 head coaches in my lifetime. So yeah, they're not letting him go. I would be highly surprised about that. Now, if Chicago wants to give up fucking an arm and a leg, then yeah. I don't know if you can trade talent and picks or do you have to trade money, but I don't think there's any money that they would give. And if you got to trade picks and if you're going to trade picks and all that stuff, can you trade players? Because I'm telling you, if I was Pittsburgh, I would be coming. I would be coming. I'd be like, nope, you want my man? Guy that's never had a losing season? Oh, you got to give me the world. So I've seen that rumor, but yeah, I don't think Pittsburgh likes that. I don't think Pittsburgh goes and trades for that. I think people are trying to, I think the media, especially ESPN, are doing what ESPN does, and they're trying to create stories out of fucking nothing. So the Chicago Bears, they have solid cap space. They have Caleb Williams, Romeo Odunze. They have a historic franchise that's done difficult work in churning a. Yeah, shut up. I think Chicago Bears are probably the worst job on the list. I've said this on the podcast. You guys have heard me say this. Caleb Williams is a fucking bust. He's going to be what we consider a bust. And the only reason why he's going to be considered a bust is because of the fact that the media had so much hype for him. So much hype. I do see flashes when watching him play of some good stuff that you saw in college, but they just hyped him up to the max. And Chicago's going to ruin him. Depending on who their coach is, like I saw Ryan Poles interview, nothing's out of the ordinary. We're going to go get a college coach. We're going to go. No, you need to work on getting a coach that can develop a quarterback. If you can get a coach that can develop a quarterback, he might have a shot. But within 2 to 3 years, that coach is probably going to be fired. The Chicago Bears are going to do some other stupid ass shit because the Chicago Bears. I mean, they haven't had what an all-pro quarterback since like the 80s. Jim Harbaugh was the last quarterback to throw over like 4,000 yards or something like that. So yeah, no. I think the Bears are. I think that is a horrible job, but we'll see. If I had to pick somebody for the Bears, I don't know. People are saying Ben. Oh, see, that's another thing. That's another thing that's going to fuck him up because this guy's prediction is saying Ben Johnson. If you take Ben Johnson as your quarterback, I already told you guys, I think it's going to be the Josh McDaniels. He's known for what is he known for? Let's see. He's known for running a very good offense. His offense is good, but the Detroit Lions did a fabulous job of drafting players. So a lot of their players on the offense is and some of the players that they drafted were good. So St. Raman or whatever his name is, Amon, he was really good, really good. So he didn't develop Jared Goff. Jared Goff was in a fucking Super Bowl before he went to the Lions. It's just they did not think with that roster he could get him over the thing. We've seen this Jared Goff before. This is the same Jared Goff that was in the damn Rams, where he was throwing to Cooper Kupp, and the Chiefs and the Rams had one of the highest scoring games ever. We've seen this guy before. So he didn't develop him. So what did he do? Dan Campbell came in and said, we're going to bite ankles, and they started biting fucking ankles. So I'm not sold on him. So if you get Ben Johnson, and Ben Johnson's going to be the quarterback whisperer, he's going to develop Caleb Williams, and then Caleb Williams doesn't develop, and then Ben Johnson gets fired, or he doesn't develop at the rate that they should think he should develop him, and then Johnson gets fired. And now, as of now, Caleb Williams is in a 3rd year, and he's going into his 4th year, and he's on his fucking 4th head coach. So yeah, I'm not too happy about that. I think this is a horrible. I fucking think Caleb Williams is horrible. I don't think he's going to be that good. I think the fact him and his dad wanted ownership in a company, they were smart. They were trying to take advantage of the leverage they have. But no, and do you trust anybody in the Bears organization to do anything right? So if I was Ben Johnson, I would stay the fuck away from there. If I'm somebody like Arthur Smith, Brian Flores, maybe, because you don't get many more shots. Matt Campbell, maybe. So maybe one of those. Maybe a Brian Flores or something like that. But you got to give that team, you got to give whatever person you have, you got to give him like 4 years. Got to give him like 4 years. Aaron Glenn going to the Saints. I could definitely see that. Let Ron Rivera go coach DC with the 49ers. That's nasty work. I think that would be good. I just don't know. That would be crazy. That defense would be ridiculous. That's actually a good. Yeah, I would definitely do that. Not the Jags. Okay, so speaking of not the Jags, we are getting into the Jags. So the Jaguars, they're in a low pressure market. True. They have some good defensive players. They have a quarterback with a high ceiling. Pause. I don't think that quarterback has a high ceiling. I think we've seen who Trevor Lawrence is. Trevor Lawrence has been extremely good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Trevor Lawrence, if you get better weapons around him, that Trevor Lawrence won't take off. But we know who Trevor Lawrence is. We've seen Trevor Lawrence for the longest time. He lost more games in his rookie season than he had lost his whole football career. I am also on film saying during Trevor Lawrence's draft, I'm 90% sure we were on film during Trevor Lawrence's draft, that I think Trevor Lawrence was as good as he was going to get when he got in the draft. I did not think he was. I did he'd get a little bit better, but I did not think he was going to get superior better. He just was so damn fucking good. So I'm not saying that he's not a good quarterback, but he has a high ceiling, a budding starter wide receiver, a winnable division, 100%. A tax-free state. Yep. Okay. The cons, a general manager with a streaky track record who clearly has an ear for ownership. Yeah, they fire a lot of fucking coaches. I mean, the only cons are with the upper office. Their commitment to being a dual continent franchise, so it means multi-week trips across. So yeah, it's just upper management. In this scenario, if I'm them, I go hard after Mike Vrabel. That's who I would do. If I'm the Jags, I go straight up hard after Mike Vrabel. I'm trying to get him before the Patriots get him. If not, then I'm probably looking at maybe like a Brian Flores. Yeah, I would probably go after Mike Vrabel or Brian Flores. Those would be mine. This guy has Liam Cohen, Todd Monken, Joe Brady, and Robert Saleh. I think Robert Saleh might be a good pick too. You know, everybody in New York has trouble with that type of personality. That might actually be a very good pick. I think the Aaron Rodgers thing's fucked his life up. The Las Vegas Raiders. Okay, so we all kind of knew once Tom Brady said, "Hey, if they need me to help search for a coach, I'm gonna search for a coach." We all kind of knew that AP was done. I don't understand what the Raiders do. This is horrible. You gave Gruden multiple seasons. You gave AP one. What the fuck did you expect would happen? You guys didn't even have a plan going into this season. You were just like, we're not going to go after a quarterback. We're going to go after Gardner Minshew. And him and AOC can fight it out. So you guys knew that AOC is probably a career backup. You didn't trade up in the draft for one. And I mean, Brock Bowers is an amazing. So I can understand that. Brock Bowers is absolutely fabulous. But I don't know what you expected from him. That's my point. Did you expect that he was going to raw them together like at the end of last year after you guys got rid of Josh McDaniels? Did you expect that was going to happen? Or was it because of what happened with Rich Bisaccia after he led them into the playoffs? You were like, shit, we should have kept him. Is that what happened? I mean, I think you should have gave him more time. I think he could have built something. I don't think you guys had a lot of you had a lot of weapons. Plus, you traded Devontae Adams in the middle of the season. So I'm not sure. I know that Tom Brady is going to help with the coaching search, and I'm telling you right now, Bill Belichick's coming to the Raiders. I kind of believe what Jeremy was saying when he was talking about, he could be using that to get somebody else to coach, that one of his assistants or whatever, and then go. I know the Tom Brady and them have already reached out to Bill Belichick. I definitely think that Bill Belichick may come to the Raiders. If not, I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I don't care who they get. They need to get a quarterback. You're gonna have a nice little draft pick, but I don't know. This guy has Mike Vrabel, Ben Johnson, Todd Monken, Brian Flores. I've already given Brian Flores away. They would go after probably Ben Johnson. The Raiders would probably go after Ben Johnson. The New York Jets run. Everybody run. They're interviewing everybody. They're reaching out to Steve Spagnuolo from the Chiefs. So just so if you haven't realized that, Steve Spagnuolo got reached out to the Jets. Steve, please don't do this. Don't leave. You already had a trip in New York. It didn't end well. It was with the Giants. Don't do this again. All right, Stevie. Stevie, don't do this. We see what happens when you guys leave, okay? Matt Nagy left. Matt Nagy, you can get the fuck out of here. You can get the fuck out of here, Matt Nagy. So I'm okay if the Jets want to go ahead and get Matt Nagy. I am not a big fan of Matt Nagy. What are some of the pros of the Jets? Nothing. There are no pros. You have a pissed off receiver saying, fuck you, I'm going to get out of here. You have an overrated cornerback in Sauce Gardner. Not saying he's good, but he's not as good as everybody said he was. Your defense isn't bad. You have a good running game. Good running game of Bryce Hall, whatever his name is. So, I mean, yeah, but you also are in the New York media, and that media fucking sucks. Okay, that is one of the worst medias in the world. Woody Johnson, the owner, sucks. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. I don't even know who the GM is. They have not been good for a while. So they've had spurts here and there. There's talking about interviewing Rex Ryan and bringing everybody back. So, I mean, Matt Nagy, if you want to go, please get the fuck off the Chiefs. I'm okay with that. Take your ass there. I'm not really happy with you, Matt Nagy, okay? I'm not happy with Matt Nagy right now. How many Super Bowl rings does Matt Nagy have? Yeah, I'm not happy with him. I'm not happy with him. Get the fuck out of here. Our offense looks like shit. Get the fuck out of here. We need to bring back Eric Bieniemy. See, this is what I'm telling y'all. It wasn't just Andy Reid. Our offense looks like shit. That's a Matt Nagy problem. We haven't looked good in the last couple of years since Matt Nagy came over here. Okay. New Orleans Saints. What are the pros? I don't know. I don't know what the pros are. A winnable division. And their pros are an incredible fan base, a winnable division, and that's it. So I really don't know what the pros are. You have a quarterback that is not very good, that is consistently injured. You don't have a lot of talent around them. You have salary cap issues. So I'm just going to say Aaron Glenn. I agree with Anthony. Aaron Glenn's going to go ahead and take this. This guy said Aaron Glenn as well. I'm not sure. Did I miss a job? Is there another job up? Who just fired somebody? That's the last job. Last job was the Saints. Interesting. Did not realize that. No, C6. Bears to Jets. Let me just make sure. Oh, I like this one a little better. They tell you who their players are. DeAndre Swift. Okay, so that's a running game for the Bears. Brian Thomas Jr. Yep. For the let's see if he matches up. Who does he have? Oh, he's not even giving them. He's just giving them keys. Raiders, Saints. Saints are so bad. Jets. Yeah. All right. So that is all of them. Let me see. What else did I have up? What else? I don't know. Really have much else to talk about. Let me see. What else? Oh, yeah. You know what? We're just gonna talk about some bullshit right now. So, I have a lot of time. Oh, hold on. He overslept. Oh, Kelderock. Okay, so basically, I've been on a trip lately. I've been on a unique little interesting adventure. Not really. I've been flying all over the fucking country and been bored as shit. Flying and going for work is a very, very lonely existence. You get to meet a lot of people, but you stay in a hotel, so you have a lot of time on your hands. So I've been downloading movies, watching some movies. Rewatch Creed 3. Pretty good movie. It's a lot better. No, it's an okay movie. Rewatch Creed 3, but I also said I watched Major Payne. I do not recommend that. That is a Damon Wayans movie. Oh, Sam's about to jump on. That is a Damon Wayans movie, so I definitely don't recommend that. The LSU wide receiver fucked his life up after that hidden run. Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one. Yeah, let's see what Sam thinks about that. Yeah. He should have hit and ran and went to his lawyer like fucking Rashid Rice. But so Major Payne, Damon Wayans movie, wouldn't recommend watching it. It's not very good. It's got Hillary from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, little itty bitty Orlando Brown, and then it's got the Shermanator from American Pie. But I'm going on a kickboxer trip. So I watched the first Kickboxer with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Great movie. Great movie. Storyline, okay. Acting, okay. But the fighting, fucking great. I still don't understand why he had him cut why he had my league cut the wraps off, because wraps had all the fucking, the glass and all that shit. Why'd you cut the wraps off and start hitting him without the wraps? That made no sense. Like, you were just doing less damage. It's not like they're boxing gloves and you're hitting with your bare knuckles so it does more damage. No, you were just doing less damage. So that makes no sense to me. Love the helicopter kicks. Now I watched Kickboxer 2. Watch Kickboxer 2. Hey, hi kids. He's a GM. LOL, Maddie rating my ass. I watched Kickboxer 2 with Sasha Mitchell. God, that movie was bad. But I'm gonna watch all the Kickboxers. I'm on a Kickboxer thing. I don't understand. I'm gonna watch all of them. So I watched Kickboxer 2 with Sasha Mitchell. Sasha Mitchell, if people don't remember, I remember him from the show Step by Step, back in the 90s or whatever. And he's a black belt in Taekwondo, was a amateur kickboxing champion. The fighting in this movie is absolutely horrible. His acting is absolutely horrible. It reminds you of a horrible 80s movie. Like, if you guys don't remember what the 80s were like or weren't around in the 80s were a great time. But it reminds you of a horrible. What's up, Killer Rock?
What's going on?
Doing.
Doing
I'm
right.
going on a Kickboxer rant real quick because I've been watching the Kickboxer movies, all four of them. Oh, Kickboxer 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 7.
Go for it. I haven't seen them, so that's all you.
You have not seen
you before you kept going.
You have not seen the Kickboxer?
No, I have not.
You've never seen the original Kickboxer with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
No, I have not.
Don't you have Amazon Prime?
I do have it.
It's on Amazon Prime. Watch it.
All right, I know what
it's a good movie. Later. It's included in Prime. It's a it's a cheesy 80s movie. 90 movie, but it's still got good fighting. It's still got very, very good fighting in it. So Kickboxer 2 has Sasha Mitchell in it. Horrible movie. Right now I'm watching Kickboxer 3 when they're in Brazil. It's kind of funny because as a kid, I did not realize that there was a point in time where capoeira, the Brazilian martial arts, became really, really huge because they had the Brazil one. They had it in Bloodsport. They had it in a couple other movies. And then they had a whole movie about it called Only the Strong Survive. So, I haven't seen Kickboxer 3. I'm watching that one. I haven't seen Kickboxer 4. And then I think there's a 5th one. And then there's like another one. And then they restarted it with Jean-Claude Van Damme and somebody else. So I don't fucking know. But I got a lot of time on my hands. And I'm flying to Florida. And I got a 5-hour flight on Monday. And then, so it's not bad because I have a layover. That's not bad. That one I have like a 30-minute layover. No big deal. I booked my flight. No big deal. Great. 30-minute layover. Cool. Austin, get off the plane, go to the other plane, whatever, right? Yeah. The way home, I didn't pay attention to my layover. I just saw the time flight. I was like, oh, going from here to here, I don't have to change planes, but I have a layover in Dallas. Good, but I don't have to change planes. Yeah. That is a 7-hour flight. And I'm guessing I have a 2.5, 3-hour layover. So basically what they're going to do is they're going to unload us and then I'm going to be on the same plane. Yeah. But I don't mind having a layover if it's in the Dallas airport, because if you've never been to the Dallas airport, it's fucking fabulous. It's huge, but you can get anything you want to eat. Anything you want to eat. Whataburger, McDonald's. You can get a fucking steak. A full-on steak. Nice. Yeah, it is amazing. That airport is absolutely amazing. I'm trying to go see Den of Thieves 2 soon. Yeah, I want to go see that too. I got to go shopping. That looks good. Sonic. Did you see Sonic yet, Sam?
No. So I've seen the first one. I haven't seen the second one before I go see the third one.
I haven't seen the first one or the second one. I didn't want to watch it. Yeah. And my wife was like, we have free tickets. My mom gave us free tickets to Sonic. Let's go watch it. Okay. Yeah, so I watched Sonic 3. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
I wanted to see the second one first.
It was a cute movie. I felt kind of weird going to watch Sonic 3 in the daytime with all these kids, and I had no kids. Because like normally when I used to go and watch them, I'd always have kids. So I'm looking around going, damn, I look weird. The only person without fucking kids. You want to make your predictions for the playoffs?
Let's do that. Who won the whole? What's the results on our picking here?
That was funny. I had that selected, and I said in the beginning when you showed up, before you showed up, I was like, I don't have to show that because oh, you and Mo tied.
Yeah, but I have those 2 repicks.
God damn you. So you
I
won.
made it.
So you won.
Technically, but I'm not going to use them. I'm going to leave them.
You and Mo tied. Germany
Yeah.
was 2 games behind you. I was 24. I got last place. I don't know what the fuck happened. My fantasy and my pick life sucked.
Yeah.
So based off of how I'm picking, whatever I pick today is probably not going to come true.
So, all right. So here's my playoff prediction. I think we'll start with the Rams and Vikings. I think the Rams are going to take that.
I picked them too. I agree.
Buccaneers, Commanders. I think the Commanders are going to take that.
I took the Bucks.
That's going to be a tough one. You know what? That is
Yeah.
going to be a tough one. But I think the Commanders, they always seem to have late magic.
I just don't know with the rookie quarterback against Baker.
That is,
Baker-
yeah, that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
All right. Eagles, Packers. Give me the Eagles.
Yep. Agree with you.
So then the next round it would be Lions, Commanders, Rams, Eagles.
Yep.
Give me. I'm going to take the Rams over the Eagles, actually. I know. I will
That's
take the
not-
Rams over the Eagles if they get there. Because I think the
That's
Rams
not
are kicking.
That's not surprising. I would take that.
Yeah, and then give me the Lions.
So you got the Lions and Rams for the NFC Championship. You set that shit up on purpose.
Exactly did. But that's
Yep.
just kind of how I like it right now. Because I don't think. So the Commanders could get out of the first round, but I think the Eagles, Rams, and Lions can all beat them.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
And then give me the Rams going to the Super Bowl because the Lions are very beat up. So I don't know how far that could take them
Do you know how bad I would laugh if that happened?
if that happened.
I would laugh so hard. Because
Yeah.
you know why? Fuck Jared Goff.
I could tell. So Rams, I think, are going to be the NFC representative.
Okay.
On the AFC, so the Chargers are going to beat the Texans.
I agree.
Ravens will beat the Steelers, and the Bills will beat the Broncos.
I agree.
So that's going to be Chiefs, Chargers. Chiefs are going to win that. Bills, Ravens. Give me the Ravens to win that. And then it's going to be Chiefs, Ravens. And honestly, I as much as I want to pick against them, I can't. I think it's going to be the Chiefs heading to the Super Bowl.
If this would be my thing, if the Chiefs and Ravens play each other in the AFC Championship again, I would definitely think that the Chiefs are going to win because the Ravens are going to be worn the fuck out.
Yeah,
They're going to play a tough game against the Steelers. You know that's a physical matchup.
very much.
And they're going to play, and then they're going to probably have a very tough game against the Bills.
They absolutely will.
Yeah. So where if the Bills come up, that's a lot more of a toss-up because they're going to beat the shit out of the Broncos.
Yeah.
Like Josh Allen may be
Like,
sitting.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Who
he may be
plays-
sitting on the fourth quarter. So
Okay, so I see who plays today. Texans, Chargers, Ravens, Steelers.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with you on all of those. Yeah.
That's
was
how,
very
so the Lions are way too beaten up. Like they're great. They're a great 1 seed. But I feel like if they were healthier for, later down the road, that would be different. But because a lot of them have torn ACLs, they are definitely not. I don't think they're going to be able to make it.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't think they'll be able to make it. Their fucking quarterback is Jared Goff. I'm just literally. Weren't they up 25 points on the fucking 49ers last year in the AFC Championship or 20 something points? They were whooping their ass. We thought the game was over and left. Yeah, it's Jared Goff. He just does what Jared Goff does. Same thing that happened when he went to the Super Bowl. The only reason why he should have never went to the Super Bowl if it wasn't for the fucking refs helping them out with that fucking.
Yeah, that one. That was definitely pass interference.
That's what I'm saying. No, he's a fucking choke artist. Fuck Jared Goff. Fuck that bitch. I would love him to show up. We got to get our win back.
Yeah.
I would love for that to happen. But no, I agree. I do agree. The Lions are very beat up.
They're a little too beat up for my liking.
Yeah. but they do have that rest. And this is the thing. If they play at the way they've been playing recently, I don't think there's a team in the NFC that can beat them.
So the Lions were up 24-7.
Okay, so they're up 17 points.
Yeah, and then the 49ers in the third quarter put up 17 points.
Yeah. And what was the final score?
34-31 49ers.
So Jared Goff managed one touchdown in the second half.
I don't even think it was him. I think they ran it in.
He led one touchdown drive, or maybe they could two. Yeah, he led one touchdown drive in the second half.
Yeah.
Telling you.
Oh, actually, no, it was. Jameson Williams caught it with 56 seconds left.
Oh yeah, when the game was okay. I got you. Yeah. I'm not sold on them. I know it's going to be a good playoffs. That's all I know. I think it's going to be a very good playoffs. I think even though I think the Chargers will win, I could see the Texans pulling that out.
Yeah, but they've been looking so sluggish.
They have been. But I can tell you, listen, I'm gonna tell everybody this. I'm gonna call it on the podcast right now. I'm gonna tell everybody this. CJ Stroud is not the guy you think he is. I said that last year. I said the same thing about Jordan Love. He is not the guy they think he is. The fact that he literally broke down in tears when Nico Collins hurt his leg on the fucking field, that is not the guy you think he is. And Nico Collins, isn't he back playing right now?
No, he's out for the season. Because, yeah, he was put on injury reserve.
No, he's not listed on the injury report this weekend.
No, he hasn't. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, no, I thought so. Because I could have swore I saw him.
Huh, guess he's back.
Yeah. Dude, he played in the last. He didn't miss a week. He got hurt against the Chiefs, and then he played 4 days later against the Ravens. And then he played January 5th against the fucking Titans.
Yeah, I did see that on Google. It said that.
Yeah, so your quarterback is crying on the field because Nico Collins got hurt and the bitch never missed a game. I'm telling y'all, he's not that dude. Okay? That's all I'm saying. He is not that dude. There are certain times that as a fan, you know. I knew Lamar was not clutch years ago when he was playing against the Chiefs, and they showed a picture when he was about to drive down the field, and I looked in his soul, and I could see it. I was like, no, you're not clutch. And he hasn't been clutch his whole entire fucking career. So, in my opinion, CJ Stroud is not who everybody originally thought he was this year. We're going to start to see him. And I guarantee you in the next couple years, everybody's going to kind of start to agree with me. He didn't have a bad season. He was the best rookie last year, but it wasn't hard.
Here's going to be my argument against you. Because he's in the AFC South and they seem to be run like a bunch of idiots, he might get overhyped because they'll be in the playoffs more often than the rest of the teams.
You're right. And then they'll lose in the first round every single fucking year.
Yeah, like when they had Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, but Deshaun Watson was good.
Yeah, he was.
Deshaun Watson was putting up 4,000 yards. There's nothing that CJ Stroud is doing that amazes you. What does he do that amazes you? Besides win the AFC South.
He catch.
Huh?
He's able to throw a ball that they could catch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Washington... Yeah. But I don't know. That's my thing. When you look at him, there is nothing that he did. Even last year, they were winning close games. The defense is really good. They're a well-coached unit. He's got tons of weapons. But there's nothing that he does that you go, damn, he's fucking amazing at that. They just win the AFC South, and people go, oh, my God.
Yeah, I mean, what? He beat the Titans, the Jaguars, and the Colts.
And they beat a Joe Flacco-led team last year in the playoffs?
The Texans?
The Browns? Did they play the Browns last year in the playoffs? The first round?
Yes, I believe they did.
Yeah. So they beat the shell of Joe Flacco. So I mean, that's the thing. Like, you're right. He's gonna get hyped. Well, if you stop and think about it, what do you ever go and go, damn, he's fucking amazing at that. He's just got a really it's a really well coached team with a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
And he gets all the credit for it. What about the college football championship? What do you think about that?
That was interesting, I gotta say. I'm shocked that a lot of the lower seeds won, but then I looked at it and I'm like, you know what? That actually makes a lot of sense why it was like that. I mean, so
they fucked up the seeding.
They did, because what? All right, Clemson snuck in and Texas beat them. That's fine. Tennessee, I don't know why they were there, but fine. SMU, that was like a Cinderella. And then Indiana, which was, I don't know why they were there. And then all the teams with a bye week lost. I mean, why did Arizona State even get a bye week? I don't get either.
I don't either. I don't get it. I know based off their ranking, but still, what is going on with this?
We've got a 7-8 seed against each other.
Yes. And they beat a 2 seed and a 1 seed.
Yeah, so Oregon went down to Ohio State, and then Texas lost to that Ohio State team.
Yep.
So, I mean, it doesn't really seem like the seeding really means anything. It's like if you get in, that's really the spark of hope you need. And one other thing it tells me, the SEC is not as what it used to be anymore.
No, because they beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Like when you think about it and you look at who's in the, because I was thinking about that too. What teams are in the SEC conference compared to because you had a whole bunch of teams join, right? So, you had a whole bunch of teams join other conferences.
Texas is in the SEC, and who else was in the SEC? I don't even remember now.
So you have Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, LSU, Ole Miss, Missouri, South Carolina, Texas A&M, Florida, Arkansas, Vanderbilt, Auburn, Oklahoma, Kentucky, and Mississippi State. So you had 3 teams from the SEC in the playoffs out of 12.
Yeah,
not bad. But I mean, I think most of them had that, except for the independent.
Yeah, Notre Dame was independent.
So I think you might have that for a lot of them. But I mean, you had 3. But yeah, you're right. The SEC dominance is not the same as what it was.
It's not dominant anymore. It's pretty lackluster. I mean, Mississippi State, 2-10 for them? They're not good.
No, Missouri, not really good.
And Alabama's like, oh, we didn't make it, so I guess we're never gonna really play whatever. I'm like, well, if you look at their schedule, they lost to basically everyone who was ranked on their team.
Yeah.
So what? They lost to Oklahoma, they lost to Tennessee, they lost to Vanderbilt, and they lost to Michigan. Everyone else they beat were a bunch of jokes.
And of course, I mean, we know they have a new coach. We know this, but still, what do you think about your foul? Oh, so who do you think is going to win the game?
Give me Ohio State.
I got Ohio State too.
Yeah, give me Ohio.
There was only 2 that came from ACC, Clemson and SMU.
Yep.
The Big Ten must have took out. It must have cleared big. I don't even know what all these conferences are now.
Yeah, I don't know any of them anymore. Where's Arizona? Arizona State. Where do they play?
Probably in the Big Ten.
Are they in the
Big East? What's the fucking other conference?
Yeah, so SMU is the ACC. And you said that.
Yeah.
Big 12. They're the Big 12.
Yeah, okay. So Oregon is the Penn State, Ohio State, and Indiana are all from the Big Conference.
Oh, I'm sorry. Arizona State's Big 12.
Yeah, this is just the BIG. The BIG.
Yeah, so all right, so
it said the Big Ten Conference, but now it's the BIG Conference.
But that's again all right, so Arizona State won the Big 12. Big 10 was won by Oregon. Let's see.
Arizona State was the only team from the Big Ten.
Boise won the Mountain West, and Georgia won the SEC. So they all got byes, which makes 0 sense, honestly.
0 sense.
And then one other division winner made it, and I don't know who that was.
Look.
Clemson. I don't even know what Clemson is.
The ACC winner.
He's the 8th. They have the 8th.
Yeah, they won the ACC.
They really shouldn't base it off of who wins what.
No, they should just put 16 teams in.
Yeah, like the NBA.
Just put 16 in. Just fuck it. Fuck the 12. Next year, put another 4 teams in.
Yep.
And just let everybody fucking play.
Because
Fuck this bye week bullshit.
There
because
was
the bye weeks were just the people that won the conference, which doesn't mean they're the best team.
No. Because, again, Arizona State, yeah, they won, but they should not have been here.
No.
Clemson won. They should, that's fine. That's cool. Hold on. Who was it? Let's see. Let's look at the top rankings they had that wasn't there. I mean, Alabama wasn't there. Miami, they probably shouldn't be there. Honestly, out of what they got, I mean, Alabama and Miami are the only two that seem to miss it. But if I'm Alabama, I wouldn't want to be there.
And this don't even make sense, okay? So hold on. I didn't even realize this. So this was the ranking after the end of the season, okay?
Yep.
So this is after week 15. Is week 15, whatever. So they didn't even take the top 12 teams.
No. Clemson's 16.
I know.
They have the ACC Championship, which is why they made it.
Yeah, that's why they just need to go 16.
Yeah, they really should ignore the champions and just honestly go for whoever's the best. Like, you know, South Carolina, Ole Miss, and Miami were all ranked above.
No, I'm okay with the championship, with them putting the champions in. They shouldn't get a bye week. They should just get put in. Okay, you're gonna get put in. We're gonna give you a home game. But because don't they play the first week at their home?
Yeah, so that's the first time ever they play.
Yeah, so we'll give you a home game. So that's basically all we're doing. You're gonna get in, and if we have 12 teams or 16 teams, you'll be one of the top 8 teams. So that way you can get a home game. But you're not gonna be 1, 2, 3, or 4. You'll be 5, 6, 7, 8, unless based off of your record. That's the only advantage I would give them.
So, also, then after that, it's 4 college bowls, the Peach Bowl, Rose Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, and Sugar Bowl.
Yep.
And then after that, it's the Cotton Bowl and the Orange Bowl. And then
those rotate, don't they?
Yeah, I think they rotate.
Yeah, they're going to rotate.
They need to put the Pop-Tarts Bowl in there.
Why?
Because the trophy is a working toaster. Dude, I watched that. That shit was hilarious.
Why do we have a Pop-Tart Bowl?
Okay, did you see all the bowls we have?
Yeah, did you see the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl? Because they rename them now. So it's not even just the Peach Bowl.
It's the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
It's the Varbo Fiesta Bowl. It's the All-State Sugar Bowl. The Capital One Orange Bowl.
So you ready for this? We have the Cricket Celebration Bowl. IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl. Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. Art of Sports LA Bowl. Boca Raton Bowl. R&L Carriers Bowl. Like, what the hell does all this mean?
Hey, I'm going to Boca Raton next week.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm going to Boca Raton, Florida.
Nice.
For my RM meeting. What the fuck is a Cure Bowl?
I don't know. We have the Myrtle Beach Bowl.
I was just looking at that one too.
Famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Potato Bowl.
The Hawaii Bowl. Who played in the Hawaii Bowl? South Florida and San Jose State. So
because it's basically they're giving them a game above sports bowl. What the fuck does that mean?
What's the Rate Bowl?
I thought you said rape.
No, rate.
No, I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
We must be in the same one.
We're on ESPN, right? Looking at them?
No, I'm on NCAA.
Okay. We have DirecTV Holiday Bowl.
Of course, we have the Las Vegas Bowl.
That makes sense. I like that one. The Pop-Tarts Bowl with Iowa and Miami.
What's the Pinstripe Bowl?
I don't know. There was a rape bowl. Deshaun Watson would be hosting it too.
100%.
Valero Alamo Bowl.
And then they just make it the Duke Mayo Bowl.
Wasabi Fenway Bowl. What the fuck does that mean?
The Bahamas Bowl. They have a bowl in Bahamas?
Yeah.
Now that would be cool.
So my brother actually went to the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. It's just a football game they play at Fenway.
They just doing too much.
The New Mexico Bowl.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, they just doing too much.
Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl.
The LA Bowl.
Go Bowling Military Bowl.
Yeah, there's way too many bowls.
Like, what the fuck does all this mean?
And his one hosted by Penn State. Because
you're ready for this? These last two I'm going to review. You ready for these last two?
Well, yeah.
The Cheez-It Citrus Bowl.
Those don't even go together.
Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
Whoa, they're great.
What the fuck?
It's true. Watson's new injury, we'll call it. Is it true? Watson?
Oh, you ready for this one? You ready for this one?
Yeah.
Pack Slayer Gator Bowl.
I did not see this.
Fuck. This is just okay. That is too much. That is too much. I can't. The Duke Slayer, Pack Slayer Gator Bowl.
On this one, it's saying, according to ESPN, the Browns have insured up to $44.2 million of Watson's $46 million for injury. So they will receive some cap relief. Watson will still get his money. But let's go back. Salary cap finances, come back. Deshaun Watson cost the Browns more than just money. This was just released a little bit ago. Re-injured surgically. So we see the draft capital they lost. We see the fan equity. Okay. So while Watson's guaranteed contract is not crippled the Browns the way so many media analysts claim, the reality is the Browns still owe Watson $46 million this year. They could release him if they designate him as a post-1 June release. That would be a dead cap charge of 119, which is way too much for any team to work with. The insurance allows him to take some money out of it, so they'll get $44 million out of the $42 million back.
Yes, Watson did destroy his ACL again.
He played Watson played 19 games.
With the Browns.
The $230 million is a sunk cost. The Browns have to pay it no matter what. So, yeah, because it's a guaranteed.
Yeah, so they all that money.
They took out insurance, so he gets some of that money back. They get some of that money back.
Oh, my God.
BYU should have been there. Nah. The Great Boy. Bahamas sucks. Oh, I love Bahamas. I love the Bahamas.
Ugh.
I tell everybody when you wanna see, I only went to Bahamas. I stay in the resorts. I'm not, and it's a small island. When I went there, we did a cruise ship, and we were there for like 2 days. So we got back off the coast, got back on the cruise ship, but I had a blast. I had Sky Juice. I had so much fun in the Bahamas.
Sky Juice. The fuck?
Yeah, it's coconut water and vodka.
Okay.
It is one of the most dangerous drinks you will ever have in your life. We were walking down the beach and I got it. It was like $3.75 per, and they put it in a styrofoam cup. First of all, if you ever go anywhere and they put your drink in a styrofoam cup, you already should know you about to be fucked up. Second of all, how do you know when you're done drinking, Sam?
Usually when you feel drunk.
And when you start getting dehydrated, start needing to drink water. How do you feel dehydrated when you're drinking coconut water?
No, that's fair.
Yeah. I was walking down the beach drinking these. I had like 5 or 6 of them. Did not realize I was that drunk till I got back on the boat. It hit me bang. I'd rather go somewhere that has history, culture, architect, good people, purpose. Laying on dirty sand, playing alcohol isn't a good game. No, I understand what you're saying, but it was still, I love the farmers market that they had. So the history of the Bahamas is the entire island and everything was built by pirates. So it was a pirate stop off. So they actually do have like the pirate museum. They do have a little bit of history to it,
A pirate.
but it's not
museum.
like Jamaica. It's not like Haiti, which I would not go to Haiti, but it's not like Haiti, which Haiti was started by a slave rebellion. So yeah, I understand the history part of it. What they don't tell you is make sure you back on the ship. Yes, they will leave your ass. They will leave your ass.
Yeah.
Second day, damn, I'm sorry, dude. That sweltering farmer's market that you need a tetanus shot to walk through. All right, when did you go? Because it might have changed since I went. I went through the farmers. First of all, I'm sorry. 110-degree heat is not shit, buddy. I live in Vegas.
I was gonna say you kind of lived through that.
I
a
live in
lot.
Vegas, so I don't know what we're talking about. But yeah, May last year. Okay, so I went. Damn, it's been a while. I went 2012, 2013. So it's probably because it's changed a lot.
I was gonna say a lot has probably changed.
Yeah, 2012. Yeah, a lot has probably changed. So it could have changed there. I just remember this is my ex-wife at the time. We went, this was our get back together trip, and like 2 weeks later, I moved out the house.
Yeah.
But we went when we went to the
The
Bahamas.
Bahamas weren't so great.
I remember the Bahamas was great. I remember we were having fun. We got off as soon as we got off the ship. The guy asked us if we wanted to smoke weed. They were selling mopeds. When we went to the farmers market, um, the lady walks up and I go, oh, okay. And we're looking at stuff, and my wife's looking at stuff, and this other lady, she almost, it's like a fucking thing. She like snapped her finger, and another lady comes around, and she goes, oh, and the lady goes, oh, you like these? Let me take you over here. And she took her over here. Now my ex-wife is white. She took her over here to start showing her some shit, and literally she goes like this. She pulls her daughter around the corner. She goes, this is my daughter. My daughter will take very good care of you. You don't need white women. I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, she was trying to have me talk to her daughter while her friend was showing off my wife some other shit. Yeah, so it was fucking amazing. Scooby-Doo chasing. Okay, yeah, don't get me wrong. It was unique at the time, but I can understand what you're saying. Yeah, I could definitely understand what you're saying. And then what else I had? Oh, let's talk about what you think you want the Falcons to do. Be the last thing we go. What do you want them to do?
Bolster up a defense.
Okay, like do free agency, do draft. What are you doing?
Literally, yes. Literally, yes.
You happy with Michael Penix?
Yo, rock with Michael Penix.
Okay.
Kirk Cousins looks like he belongs in a retirement home right now.
Okay.
You rock with Penix. Get the freaking. Honestly, get the defense. Get defense, because that's really the killer. Like before the bye week, they couldn't sack the quarterback. They really weren't making any pressure for anyone. They're not getting any turnovers. Like the only one getting turnovers really was Jesse Bates with the forced fumbles and the interceptions. You need to do something about that. Like it's all defense. Defense.
Are you sure about Michael Penix?
Why not? Give him a shot. Give him an actual year. Let's see how he does.
Okay.
Are you not sure about Michael Penix?
I'm not sure at anything decision you guys made for the quarterbacks last year. So I don't like you signed Kirk Cousins to a huge contract then injured. So I'm not saying that he's not bad or he's not going to be good. It's not fair to judge him on a 3-game.
I was going to say we need a bigger sample size for him.
But he beat the Giants and lost.
Yeah, but then so here's my thing. Well, he in the Commanders game he made a comeback. The Panthers he was able to tie the game, but he never got the ball back because the defense couldn't do anything for him to show that he could close out games like that. And that's why I'm saying like it's defense that is needed, because you need to make pressure. You need to get the turnovers. You need to, the overtime rules, like people are like, oh, it's so stupid why the other team can't get it. It's like, no, it makes sense. If they score first on a touchdown, it's over. The defense didn't do their job. We've seen teams actually stop the first possession in overtime and then their team win. I mean, look at the Bengals against the Broncos. Their defense was able to make a stop. So the Falcons need those key pieces to fucking do anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, he needs more than a 3-game sample size. You need to give him a shot. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, you need to give him a shot. I don't know. There's a lot of teams that made weird decisions last offseason.
Lefties named Michael with one letter name from a male appendage seem to always do good in Atlanta. So we're making stretches here.
That was a good one. That was a good one. He wants to know you keeping Justin Simmons.
No, he switched it to Bates later.
Oh, Bates. Okay. I mean, Bates. Okay. So, honestly, depending on a cruise you go to. Now, okay. I have not been on cruises. I went on one cruise. The last cruise I went on was 2016. When I went on the cruise with my current wife in 2016, I understand everything you're saying. 100%. We went on Carnival. I did not have as much fun. The food did not taste as good. They charged you before. They only charged you for a soda card, and all your water and stuff was free. Your juice was free. They charged you for juice. They charged you for everything. So I do remember that. Now, when I went on cruises in the early 2000s, because I'm an old fuck, when I went on cruises in the early 2000s, they were a blast. Like Carnival was so much fun. Your dinner was a 5-star restaurant. Like I literally had lobster and steak on fucking Carnival cruise for just part of it. They did not overcharge everything. The only thing you paid for was your soda card if you wanted soda, and then you tipped your maitre d'. You didn't get charged for room service or anything. So the last time I went, it was completely. But that's not even just cruises. That's every fucking place. I went to fucking SeaWorld. And SeaWorld, they charge you to sit in the splash zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what? You can't sit down there? These are reserved. $20 per ticket. What, bitch? To sit in the splash zone? Stop. Yeah, everything charges you for everything now.
Pay $20 to get wet.
How long till he fights pit bulls?
So, I mean, I don't know. He doesn't know where to find Pitbull. Maybe in Florida?
They are in jail, technically, though. If you want to hear some fun stuff about cruise ships, look at some of the behind-the-scenes cruise ships. Like, if you get fired on a cruise ship, they literally leave you at the next port, and you have to find your way home. Also, once they get into out of American waters, those fucking rules no longer apply. So, like, the shifts and the labors that we have, it's totally different when they're in international waters.
Yeah, a lot of prisoners, I think, work on cruises, so yeah.
Yeah, my ex-wife wanted to do it, and I looked that shit up, and I was like, oh fuck no. But no, I don't mind cruise ships. I won't go on Carnival again. I will probably try to go on like Royal Caribbean, Norwegian,
Disney.
but it also depends on the cruise ship you go on. I'm not going on a fucking Disney cruise ship. Did you say Disney? That's an overpriced fucking cruise ship. Yeah, you're paying thousands of dollars just to see characters. I'm good. I don't want to see sweaty ass characters in suits. I'm fucking good. No, I'm good.
Don't want to see Mickey dying from heat exhaustion.
Now, exactly. All of the cruise ships I've been on have been very short. I'm not taking a 2-week cruise ship to fucking Europe. I'm fucking sorry. I would just fly to Europe. You're not getting me stuck on a boat traveling around for fucking 14 days or that. Fuck no. So I haven't experienced those. My cruise ships are normally 4 days, 5 days. That's it. Just a week.
You go to probably California, go to like just one of the random islands.
Yeah, so we jump out. We would go to Catalina Island, and then we would go to Ensenada, Mexico. That was a 4-day cruise on Carnival. You leave on a Thursday, come back on a Sunday, and then I've done the 3-day Ensenada trip, which is a complete party cruise. And there's a little difference. If you do a real short trip, then it's nothing but partying. If you do like a 5 to 7 to 10-day trip, 14-day trip, then you gotta do with all these fucking kids and all that other stupid ass shit. Because there's a lot of kids and families on cruise ships for some ungodly fucking known reason. I don't get it. So yeah, I don't know about all those. I just know that a 4 to 5 day cruise ship, I'm good. If I love going to Catalina Island, I love doing that. I love getting drunk and not have to worry about shit. Ensenada, every time I go to Ensenada, Mexico, I get fucked up. It's not even funny. I get totally fucked up. Anything you want to talk about else you want to bring up, Sam, before we jump off here?
Yeah, what do you think about the NBA right now?
It's in trouble.
Yeah, it is.
And it's in trouble. There's a couple reasons why it's in trouble. And
ratings are down.
Huh?
Ratings are down.
Well, because it's too sponsored. We can tell it's about money now.
Yeah.
So it's no longer the NBA playoff cup. It's the Emirates playoff cup. It's all of the stuff that's on the jerseys, the logos and stuff. the way that they do the NBA playoff cup is very similar to soccer. So I think like they did with the World Cup and the international soccer. And I think that the same thing that they've had with the jerseys, they got that from soccer because they do that in your international soccer.
Yeah.
So when they're selling, and I think that's an issue. I think that's in America, we don't like soccer. The flopping has become fucking ridiculous,
Yes,
which
it
again comes from fucking soccer. So it's just one of those things where and then all our players, like the players that we're promoting, they're all old. Your young players aren't really like you have your Anthony Edwards that are good, but you don't have if you look at your highlight plays, it's all fucking shots.
Yeah.
Like we don't
It's all 3 points now.
yeah. And I mean, there's a team that I think took like 53 pointers in a game and missed most of them.
Yeah.
So you have that. There's the strategy of the game is not the same. There's a lot of isolation play, and it's not isolation play to dunk on motherfuckers like with Jordan and them. It's isolation play to do a step back three. Your fucking big men are chilling. They're not under the basket. They're not dominating. There's no feats of strength in basketball no more. There's not.
It's all about range right now.
Yeah, there's no. You're not seeing your. I think this is another thing that the reason why is everybody can do it. We like our stars to do something that we can't do in America because it's not a worldwide thing. Around the world, the NBA ratings are not down. It's just America. And America, because we spend a lot of money. So it's really just that thing. The worldwide ratings are basically staying the same way that they've been. So in this scenario, we need us. I also think that the G League, taking players to the G League hurt because the fact where they don't have to go through high school because you don't have the same affinity for them.
They don't have to go to college.
You're not seeing them in March Madness. Gilbert Arenas has a great take, a very good take on it. And this is only happening in America. Parents are no longer allowing kids to grow up and understand what it's like to be the man. So like Bronny James he played with all of the best players. So they don't have that selfishness in them when they get to the league. They go to a shitty ass team, which most of them will be, and they don't know how to be the man. They've never learned how to take over. Not a man as in a physical man, a man on the team. Who the fuck is leading the team? Because they've all played on AAU with a whole bunch of players that they all play with the best team. If you look at fucking Bronny James and Bryce James's teams, they're literally some of the best teams in high schools. Where before you had LeBron going against Carmelo Anthony in the academy versus so-and-so. You had these teams. Now you still had them jumping and teaming up, but not the way it is now. So like Gilbert Arenas has his kid on a team where he's averaging 40 fucking points a game, but he has to, because if he doesn't average 40 points a game, he loses. So now you have players that we think we know when they come out in the league, they're just not that good.
Well, yeah, let's look at Zion right now. I mean, he was dominating at Duke. He was dominating in high school, but now his body just can't keep up with him anymore.
Yeah, which doesn't surprise me because he got rid. Also, they're giving shit way too early. They don't have to earn it. When you were a rookie coming in the 80s and 90s, you're a rookie coming into the league. You don't have $1 million sponsorship contract. You don't have a multi-million-dollar sponsorship contract. So you had to fight to earn everything. Zion Williams was a fucking millionaire, multi-millionaire before he ever played a basketball game. How do you keep the discipline and to not eat and become too fat, to stay in shape? How do you keep that if you are already rich and living on silk pajamas?
Yeah, they didn't have to play anything to get that money.
Oh, you don't even have to earn your second contract. What did Zion do to earn his second contract?
Be hurt.
Nothing. But they still gave it to him because somebody's going to give it to him. So they're giving stuff so fast. And this has happened in the last 15 years, really. They're not earning it. They're not learning how to be the man and be that selfish guy that takes it over, that will put everything through their body. They're part of a generation where we've all given everybody a fucking medal and a ribbon just for being fucking normal. And then we've promoted shooting to the up 19th degree, where Victor Wembanyama is the next generational talent, and this motherfucker may never make the playoffs. So I don't get it. I don't, the NBA, I still watch it. And their uniforms are fucking ugly. Anybody see that San Antonio Spurs and fucking Milwaukee Bucks game on Wednesday? That was the worst uniform I've ever seen from the Spurs. Why was your uniform orange? It was white, orange. I didn't even know it was a fucking Spurs. It's such an ugly uniform.
When was this?
Wednesday night.
Let's see. Can I get a video of what these look like? Wednesday night.
Spurs versus the Bucks.
Spurs were wearing normal green.
No, the Bucks are wearing normal green.
Yeah, it's the Bucks. Oh, that white jersey with the
that white. It's supposed to be like an old school jersey. I get, but it's just fucking ugly. And there's too many fucking jerseys.
Yeah, there's like millions of these things.
Yeah, so it's so money driven now. And it's not even money driven from the corporate point of view. It's money driven from the player's point of view. They don't have to earn. I mean, look who we're touting out. Fucking 40-year-old LeBron.
Yep.
Who is the next star that's coming up? Luka?
Jason Tatum.
No, Jason Tatum's a bitch. No. He'll never be the next star. He's too fucking cringeworthy. He forces too much shit. No. He's not a guy that no. But that's Anthony Edwards, maybe. But look what happens. There's too many movements of team. It is so money dominated by players and the upper management, corporate and all of that. And you see, and in America, who's the last American MVP winner? Stephen Curry.
Was he really? I thought Harden got one before him. Or after him, I mean.
Did Harden?
Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to pull up right now. The last American-born MVP, James Harden.
Okay, so James Harden. And how long ago was that? 2018. Yeah. So you have 2017, 2018, Russell Westbrook, Stephen Curry. And look at it, Giannis, Jokic, Embiid, Jokic. The only time you say Dirk, Steve. So, I mean, I know there's a lot more international players in the league now. But if you just went, you had Dirk and Steve Nash. Those were the three. They went straight back to back to back. And then you had, LeBron, all this other stuff, Kobe, all this other stuff. But who do you think is going to win it this year? Is it going to be another American? No.
Probably Luka.
Do you see my point? So who the fuck are we rooting for? Oh, I'm sorry. Luka goes out and plays, and he's doing stuff. Jokic just wants to be with his fucking horses, and Jimmy Butler's mad because he's making $51 million next year on a guaranteed contract. The Miami Heat haven't given him.
It's not fun anymore.
Anthony Davis is fucking it's stupid. It's just so bad. Let's discuss your unhealthy obsession with Pringles and overpriced water. Sam, look to the left of you.
Yeah, I know. I know, it's here. What's funny is most of them are freaking BJ's.
NBA is ran by China. Stopped watching it. So and yeah, that you have a lot of stuff like that. So that's my issue. It's not one fix. It's not like we can do that. You know what we need? We need another fucking LeBron. Not like another LeBron, but somebody that we can watch grow.
Wait, we already have that. It's Bronny.
Oh, and that's another fucking thing. Bronny. That might have just turned off the whole entire world. And I was okay with him being picked in the second round. I was okay with everything that happened with him being picked because I thought they were going to put him in the G League and then but the way they're doing this, that probably turned off everything too. Yeah, BJ's, you know how much you have to invest to get one of those. Women are expensive.
But BJ's is a wholesale store, not freaking that.
We don't live in Connecticut. I've never heard of BJ's.
Yeah, I got to remember. That's only a Northeast thing. I'm just noticing.
Oh, my wife said BJ's Brew House.
We've eaten there.
He's talking about a fucking wholesale food store. Please stay on your side of the thing if you're gonna jump in.
It's a wholesale store like Costco.
I'm just joking. Calm down.
You gonna die.
I am. She's gonna stab the shit out of me. Even fantasy basketball, everybody's hurt. Yeah, it's not good. And the time management. What the fuck's going on with Kawhi? Kawhi's leaving the Spurs, leaving again.
The Clippers.
Yeah, he's leaving again. He's taking time off again.
He's hurt.
He's always fucking hurt.
Yeah. As Stephen A says, he's like the weakest superstar ever.
No, fuck that. I wouldn't even say that. He might be the smartest. His agent is the best agent in the fucking world.
No, Kirk Cousins is.
No.
Actually, that's true. You know, Kirk Cousins has to play. Kawhi doesn't.
Exactly. Okay. Kirk Cousins had to play on 2 franchise tags. Because when he was in Washington before they traded him to Minnesota.
Yeah.
People forget about that. Kawhi Leonard hasn't played a full fucking season since 2014.
Since he was on the Spurs. Actually, no. I think his last full season was with the Raptors.
No, he didn't play a full season then.
No, he didn't.
He literally they did fucking he was missed weeks. They did fucking treatment. He wasn't playing back-to-back games. So he played the most games he's ever played was 74 with the San Antonio Spurs in 2016-17.
Yeah.
He has not played above 68 games since then.
He's played 2 games this year.
He's had a whole season where he did not play. So you've gotten 9 games with San Antonio in 2006. He has more seasons of and look at his contracts over the last couple years. That's what I'm talking about. His agent is fucking amazing.
Are you saying use a Nerf basketball or
Nerf basketball? Everybody can score and no defense. Yeah, that's something else somebody told me when I was at the comedy club. 7-footer standing behind. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I 100% agree with you on that. So this contract he has right now was a 3-year, $149,000 contract. That $149 million that just kicked in this year. 49 this year, 50 next year, 50 the year after that. His contract before that went 21 to 24 for 4 years, $176 million. His contract before that was 3 years, $103 million. And that was in 2019. So his 2015 to 27 was 5 years, $94 million. He signed that in 2015 before he played, the most games. But since then, this motherfucker has made 103, 176. So we have 280 and 150. 280, 150, 430.
So he got paid for his 2 championships and left.
He's made almost $500 million and hasn't played a full season. Hasn't even been eligible. Let's put it this way. If the rules went by what they were like 2 years ago when you have to play 65 games to be eligible for awards, he has only been eligible once for NBA awards since 2017. And he's made $500 million.
Yep.
Fucking insane. Yeah, NBA used to be fun. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you where I think the best time frame of the NBA. I came from the 90s. I was the 90s baby. I grew up there. I love the 90s. I love Michael Jordan. I love those battles. But at the same time, that's the bad boy Pistons are in the beginning of the 90s where they were just clobbering motherfuckers. So I'm gonna say from the 2000s, early 2000s to the 2010s, that was probably the best era of basketball for me in NBA as a fan. You having your Allen Iversons, your Vince Carters, your Ray Allens, you having your Shaquille O'Neals, your Kobe Bryants, your Tim Duncans. At the end of David Robinson, you had Michael Jordan with the Wizards, Scottie Pippen with the Trailblazers. So, I mean, you had your ex-players, your old players from the 90s getting ready to retire. And then, of course, you had LeBron James coming through with Carmelo Anthony, D-Wade, that whole draft. Next year, the draft kind of sucked. So I mean, that was a great time frame to be a fan. Granted, LA started killing motherfuckers in the beginning, and they ended killing motherfuckers. But
Yeah.
that was the great. I mean, you had your Dirk Nowitzki, Dwayne Wade battles in the championships. New Jersey Nets made the championship. The Detroit Pistons made the championship. The Lakers made it. The Spurs made it. The Sixers made it. Yeah, the Sixers made it. The Cavaliers made it. So I mean, you had a lot of good teams, a lot of weird teams. That's my favorite time for it. The NBA is a joke when you see Bronny James get 8th. Dude, nobody cares about the All-Star votes.
Unfortunately, the All-Star game is just that is just horrible.
So just to give you an idea, Yao Ming literally led the votes one year when he didn't play the whole fucking season because all of China voted for him. That I think I 100% hate the way the NBA does the fan votes for the starting five, and I hate the way the NBA fans decide to troll every year. Does anybody remember when fucking a bench player was on the Lakers was getting votes? Yeah, they literally just pick somebody and troll.
What about Zaza Pachulia?
Yeah, when Zaza Pachulia, exactly. So I don't. Yeah, that's been like that. They need to take that fan vote away. You know what they need to stop doing? They need to stop catering to the fucking fans. That's what they need to stop fucking doing. All right. Anything else we want to get into before we get off?
Not really. I don't get much. I just wanted to talk about the NBA. You know, since NFL's wrapping up, we're not gonna have much to talk about soon.
Well, we'll have the NBA. We'll have the MLB starting soon. Spring training starts.
WNBA free agency.
WNBA. Hockey's about to start.
Hockey already started.
Hockey's about to start. Oh yeah, hockey's about to. My bad. I didn't mean hockey's about to start. We'll be after football season. We'll be in like the almost to the playoffs. The hockey playoffs.
Will be the hockey actually starts before basketball.
I don't know. I really don't play my PS5 much.
I mean, the only reason why, if you really wanted to, is if you wanted to play Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like, there's not too many exclusives for it right now, like there used to be. Like, there's unfortunately, like everything that comes out for PlayStation 5 now will end up on PC like a year or two later if you're fine with waiting. If you're looking to really play like these exclusives, like Horizon, Spider-Man, stuff like that, then yeah, you get it to play it.
It even depends on what you're doing. Like a lot of those things are on stream still because they have those streaming access, don't they? Like EA Sports.
Yeah, so I mean, you get EA's streaming service and all that stuff. I mean, Xbox.
All of them are very similar.
Yeah,
they're overpriced.
There's not really a difference between the two.
No, they're not. They're overpriced because cross-platform, it doesn't matter anymore. You can play every game with anybody, with 90% of the games. And I'm not saying that it's even not that big of a jump. Don't get me wrong. There's certain games, like I love playing Grand Theft Auto on PS5. I've been playing a lot of Grand Theft Auto on the PS5. It looks way better than it does on the PS4. But that's about it.
Yeah, so
there's not really that big of a difference besides graphic-wise.
And how quickly they load. PS5 was faster loading too.
Like, and how quickly they load.
But the thing is, so I'm reading his comment. He has a high-end gaming PC, so I mean, I don't think he's worried about loading time.
Yeah, if you have a high-end gaming PC, there's no point.
Yeah, so Gran Turismo, NCAA, and NHL are only console, and Gran Turismo is only PlayStation. So if those are the three you want, then it's worth it. I would not recommend getting the digital version, though, because technically when you buy digitally, you don't own the game, and they can just take it away.
The disc version is having tons of problems as well.
Yes,
the graphics thing messes up very easy.
Yeah, so I mean, the only reason why you'd want it is to play the exclusives, or if you're looking to play console games like NCAA and NHL.
But it's a lot of money for one game.
It's $80 per.
No, to buy the console.
Oh, $500.
Yeah, to buy the console. Well, how much is a Pro?
$600 now.
No, did it go down?
$700.
Okay, so I don't have NCAA. I would love to have NCAA, but I haven't bought it yet because I don't play my PS5 enough. It's downstairs, so I really don't play it enough. The only thing I kind of jump on is play. I play Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
And then that's really the only besides my Switch because I'm always on the road.
So I always tell people the Switch is definitely more worth it because their games are actually exclusive.
Yeah.
Like honestly, get a Steam Deck and you could play all your Steam games on the go.
Yeah, but the Steam Deck is worthless without Wi-Fi.
Is it really?
Yeah. I
I
know
thought
somebody
you're supposed to be able to download to it and take it with you.
you can, but it's a pain in the ass without Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody had it on the at the airport, and I was asking him about it, and he's like, "It's good." He's like, "But I would wait." He's like, "Because the console will get better." But he's like, without Wi-Fi, the battery. He's like, it's great, but it's not like what everybody thinks it is.
All right. The Switch is definitely the one. The Switch is the one that you usually go for.
Yeah.
Just because, again, the exclusives on that are actually exclusive.
Yeah. So, well, if you have that, I mean, I want to play NCAA, but I'm sure NCAA is going to come to PC.
It's got to eventually. I mean, Madden made the jump.
Yeah, it's going to come to PC. And when it does, or you get EA Pass and they'll put it on EA Pass.
Deion Sanders expressed interest in Raiders. You know, he always says he didn't want to do that, but like once the money rolls in, like it's going to change everybody's thought.
So EA is saying they won't do it for 3 to 4 years till they bring it to PC.
What?
Yeah.
Well, they have already been talking about the development of NCAA 2016.
And then if they do if they put it on EA Play, then you could still play it on PC, couldn't you?
No.
No. Oh.
Just because it's on EA Play, like it still has to be available for that certain stuff. I mean, Madden was on EA Play, but you couldn't download a PC version.
Mm.
The first PC Madden was Madden 19.
You know what? They should definitely put it on because that's another thing. Once playing certain games on the PC, it's kind of hard for me to go back and play on the console. I'm not even joking.
I was gonna say Undisputed on PC is probably better than playing.
I didn't even. I picked up Undisputed seriously like 2 weeks ago for the first time in months, and I was like, "This is the same fucking game. There is nothing else to do."
Is it a dead game?
Oh, it's got to be a dead because when they released it in October for console, it got so many backlash. Granted, you'll still see people playing it, but you don't see videos. It basically the reviews on it. The people that were playing it this is not what people thought it was. It's almost like they got to a certain point. So Steam on PlayStation, it's a 2.8 out of 5.
Yeah,
on Steam, it's a 6 out of 10. But it's like they got to a certain point and they didn't do shit else. Like after they updated their career mode, that was it. That was literally all it was.
So it's a dead game, yeah.
Yeah, it's not. And the way and now it's even worse because you have to download everything and pay for all the downloads now. Because it's on console, where before you could literally it just showed up when they offered fighters. So now I went to play it and there's some fighters that I can't play as because I have to pay for the download.
Yep. So they made it worth, for money.
Yep. So yeah, it came out in October and it's not from what I understood, it's not. I haven't played it on console, but from what I read, it was not very good. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get off so I can get some more coffee and smoke.
Time to wrap up. We're having a nice snow day over here.
Yeah, I be careful for that. I know there's been snow all over the place, so be careful.
Yeah, Atlanta's getting hit hard right now.
Yeah, that black ice will with that, and then the ice comes up, the nasty ice.
Yep.
Yeah, because that slush and it turns dark. Like I'm acting like I know about snow, but
no, you're exactly right though. It's gonna be bad.
Okay. All right. Well, take us out whenever you're ready to take us out.
Take me out, Coach.
Peace.